Welcome to Cemetery Strolls. Today we are in Churchtown in the Republic of Ireland. And today we've come to visit a very special man, somebody who is a friend of our family for years when he lived in Dorking, friend of our town in Dorking, drunk in every pub in Dorking, caused more trouble than anybody else in Dorking, in Surrey. Most of you, anybody that watches this from Dorking, you'll know who it is in the end. But he liked to drink. He was a fantastic actor and a wonderful man. We have a bit of trouble looking at some of these, I think, because when I turn the camera on the stone, the sun is not helping. There's not a lot in here anyway that can be read, but we do the best we can with what we got. Oh, that's different. That's nice. It's an old ruin. Lovely. See if I can find some more of that in a bit. This is the Manning family. Can't really read this one. Hopefully the camera might pick it up for us. It's the Scott family plot by the looks of it. You've got a nice little path coming through here with some rocks all the way around. Here we have another family plot. Loving memory of Hannah Marie Murphy, Churchtown. Died 10th of April 1993, so it's just coming up to her death, her anniversary, aged 82. And her sister, Mary Kate, she died in January 95, aged 82. And then we've got the Murphys. This is obviously a new stone by the looks of it. It's like 77, 87, 61, 74. Loving memory of Christopher Kavanagh, who died October 1806. Joanna Kavanagh, who died September 1895, and then Mary died May 19 something. And I think that's Christy, who died 1913. And then John, who died 1917, aged 57. They've got a bench here as well. The sun's playing up on me. It's a bit of a blinder. Trying to catch it. My dear husband, Richard Dick O'Flynn, died 3rd of January 1977, aged 78, and his wife Bridget, who died 11th of December 2000. That's the O'Flynn's family plot. There must be more in here, but obviously not showing. I mean, the wall is beautiful, absolutely stunning, proper craftsmanship. Let's see if I can try and get the sun to 2002, 1989. Let's have a look at this. This is what we could see from the other side. I'm wondering if this is part of the old church or something. Try not to fall over and break my neck at the same time. Something in there. Can't see much, but it goes back a fair bit. It's like a seat, like a window seat or a window sill. I'm actually wondering if this is actually a mausoleum from years back, and it's just, I will check it out and hopefully I might be able to find something on it to see what it is. But there's some two big sides to it. Jack and Peggy's garden, rearing a loving family since 21st of the 5th, 1973. Someone's left a energizer, whether that's just accidentally left there and there's a monster there. Whether that's anything coincidental or whether that's the family just come along and left the drinks anyway. But looks like someone's visiting and using the seat, so. It's 2022. The O'Flaherty's. It's obviously been visited very well for Christmas because these look like part of the Christmas. The little squirrel or whatever he is down there. This is an empty plot. I have noticed here, I don't know whether they've been bought and they're waiting, but we've got an empty plot there, nothing written on it. Then we got the daily plot, and there's nothing there either. So whether these have been bought and they're ready and waiting. And then you got the Murphy plot, but it also puts, remember also the Murphy family of Leap and Egmont resting at Kilburn Graveyard. I'm not quite sure where that is, but we'll have a look. And this is the gentleman come to see. Robert Oliver Reed. We all know him as Oliver Reed, or Ollie.
Oh, you should see the Colosseum, Spaniard. 50,000 Romans watching every movement of your sword, willing you to make that killer blow. The silence before you strike, and the noise afterwards. It rises up like a storm, as if you were the thunder god himself.
He loved to drink. Fantastic actor. Fantastic man. What I'll do is I'll do a bit of talk over and tell you the history of what this great man, this great comedian, this entertainer, this true gentleman. And he was most definitely loved by everybody in Dorking, in Surrey.
Oliver Reed, international superstar, legendary hellraiser, a man, according to the gossip columnist, who cheerfully inhabits his own private jungle of battles, birds and booze. Broome Hall, a house and garden he bought 6 years ago and fell in love with.
Came with a field. I went to an estate agent shop looking for a field in order that I could jump Dougal, my horse, and build a jump there.
Robert Oliver Reed, his nicknames was Mr. England or Ollie. He was born February the 13th, 1938 in Wimbledon, London, in England, and he died May the 2nd, 1999 at Valletta in Malta of a heart attack.
This is hereditary, the gout, isn't it?
It is, they say. People say that you get it through eating red meat or drinking too much wine, but I think it's hereditary, yes.
Do you think...
Oliver Reed was an actor known for his well-to-do macho image and hellraiser lifestyle. His notable films include playing Bill Sykes in the Best Picture Oscar winner Oliver in 1968 and portraying Athos in The Three Musketeers in 1973.
If you're sitting there building little walls and looking after trees and nurturing dragonflies, let me just throw something very nastily at you, which is a description by a lady of your house, right? Now, just keep quiet till I've read it. The atmosphere is live with sexuality. The clock tower, the forest of chimneys, the very fence posts are a riot of phallic celebration.
She was good.
He died of a heart attack in a bar after downing 3 bottles of Captain Morgan's Jamaican rum, 8 bottles of German beer, numerous doubles of famous grouse whiskey and Hennessy cognac, and beating 5 much more younger Royal Naval soldiers in arm wrestling. His final bill was 270 Maltese lira, about £450 or $600. Ollie died during the filming of Gladiator 2000. It cost the company $3 million to recreate his face so he could appear in the scenes he still had left to shoot. While filming The Three Musketeers in 1973, Ollie was stabbed in the throat during the windmill duel scene and nearly died. Also, in 1963, a bar fight caused facial cuts requiring 36 stitches. It left him with permanent scars which he internally feared would put the end to his screen acting career. Another thing is, Ollie remains the only British film star never had any stage work of any kind. The Maltese public house in which Ollie died was renamed Ollie's Last Pub in his memory. In 1973, the actor Steve McQueen flew to England to meet Reed and discuss a possible film collaboration. Reed showed me his country mansion and we got on well, recalled McQueen. He then suggested he take me to his favourite London nightclub. The drinking, which started at Reed's home, Broom Hall, continued into the night until Reed could hardly stand. Suddenly, and with no apparent warning, he vomited all over McQueen's shirt and trousers. The staff rushed around and found me some new clothes, he said, but they couldn't get any new shoes. I had to spend the rest of the night smelling of other Reed's six. At the age of 22, Reed was paid £90 a week for his first starring role in The Curse of the Werewolf, 1961. It was banned in Spain for many years because the government thought it portrayed Spain as a backward nation.
Charming.
Can I help you? We've got this room until 3.
Isn't this Babes in the Woods?
No, we're rehearsing Journey's End.
Huh?
Are you going to do something with this young lady, or do I have to teach you to behave like a gentleman?
Go to hell.
That's right. How dare you talk to a gentleman like that, you drunken lout?
They know the place.
And they know there must be no survivors?
I repeated it to them. They'll hang the thra.
A lady's work is a perfect example of the depth one can achieve with a mind unobstructed by traditional concept. Picasso, the art critic, tell me it was even superior to Picasso in its conception, and that the marriage of form and color almost made him weep with joy.
Friends are never very far away.
Oh, allow me to correct you, dear chap. Joni here's my sister.
You couldn't be.
Where have you been?
I've been drinking. Now I'm going to drink some more. All the time I am thinking of something new. It keeps my people happy. You're not very talkative.
I was wondering what you had in mind for me.
It'd take more than some old grizzly bear to finish Shalabet. But he's smart, my friend. Smart like Fox.
Oh, you miserable, snaking, treacherous soul.
No, Bill!
You go down to that court in the morning, and you will find out what happened.
Last night?
Too much champagne. I had dinner in Munich with this countess.
What'd you have to eat?
Well, I was going to tell you about this countess.
The countess? What'd you have to eat?
Steak and kidney pie. Oh. Anyway, the countess said to me...
What about the pudding? Who told you?
I had the privilege of meeting Ollie many a time, especially when I was a child. Around about 5, 6 years old, I used to go to the dairy just on the corner of our road, and we'd go out with the milkman. And if you got chose by the driver of the diesel, you knew you was on the best round of the day with the celebrities, and a special visit obviously to Ollie's house. When driving up Ollie's house, his drive, it just wasn't a drive, it was a road. It would take you between 3 to 5 minutes from entrance to the end, along with the rhinoceros, which was dumped off one night by one of his mates, and it was moved from the entrance because it caused so much trouble, let's say that, with the locals. I can always remember on a Saturday when Ollie would turn up in the car park outside the house in one of his old classic cars. He'd park it there and come across the car park and knock on the door and ask if his woman was there, which was my mother. I think it was more the fact that my mum was one of his favourite women, because she was also one of the managers of Victoria Wine Bar, because most of the time he couldn't get a drink from one of the local pubs. I messaged one of the milkmen who used to drive the diesel van out to the big round to Ollie's house, and I got a message back from him. His name is John Hurst, and he put, "Hi Kevin, of course you can use the picture. Sadly in the 70s I didn't have a mobile phone with a camera, so I never got to have any photos with Oliver or Keith Moon when we had our night out in London. The story of the hat is Oliver got the newspapers to come round when he presented it to me. There was never a picture to my knowledge, but Nigel Dempster posted it about it in the door in the head of his milkman." So thank you to John Hurst, and thank you for, well, allowing me to come and deliver milk to Ollie when I was younger, and appreciate you getting back to me. Thank you very much.
What about some chicken? That's always popular on a Wednesday. It's Tuesday. Chop, sir?
Oh, no. Quite revolting. What about half-sided beef or something really well?
Tell him to cook this, will you?
Oh.
During the filming of The Three Musketeers, co-star Christopher Lee described Oliver Reed as a menace when armed with a sword. In his final years, when he lived in Ireland, Reed was a regular of the one-roomed O'Brien's bar in Churchtown, County Cork, close to the 13th century cemetery in the heart of the village where he was laid to rest. That's it. It's like I say, it's just a short one. Thank you, Ollie, for what you gave us. Great entertainer. Solely missed in Dorking, most definitely by the pubs. But yeah, we all loved you. And it was sad to see when you left. But thank you, Ollie, and rest in peace, sir. And that there is the pub that Oliver Reed used to drink in when he lived in the village in the town.